A parent stood up at a meeting in Sullivan's Island Town Hall on September 5th and quoted Voltaire. He said, "Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good." It moved us to reflect on the last few years and the many hours dedicated to rebuilding our school, as promised by the Charleston County School District leaders in our old school's cafeteria back in 2009. Our school is one of the best public elementary schools in the entire state of South Carolina. Our school has the lowest cost per student in Charleston County School District, and we deliver the best results. The public focus is all about the building, but it's what happens inside the building that changes the lives of our children.
When this first came up, should they rebuild a school on Sullivan's Island, I was adamantly in support of it. This is a single-family residential community, and what I believe strongly is a school is an asset to a community that wants to have young families with children who are the future.
What's beautiful about our school is that we take every child and we help them grow, we help them mature, we help them learn. We teach them to be responsible citizens and to respect not only each other, but most importantly themselves.
My experience here has been amazing, and as soon as we walked in the doors here, my wife and I kind of knew that that was the place we wanted to be.
That school is very unique. It's one of the 2 schools in the nation on oceanfront property. While we were there, we were able to establish a nature trail. Kids can go through there, they can see the vegetation, they see wildlife, they can go to the beach.
One of my daughters is in school at the University of Tampa, majoring in marine biology. So I think it had an effect clearly on her, and I think every student that goes through the school system here has learned a lot about this environment, the marine environment. It's a very unique situation, and I think it's almost given that a school should be put back in its place. We've seen the evolution of the design from the original site planning of how you can use the property, where the old school sat, where the new school will be. What is it that makes a structure seem appropriate to Sullivan's Island? There are a lot of porches. We did a lot of studies with the architects about the roof pitches of the porches, just little tweaks that would make it seem even more appropriate. And I think the architects were very successful in creating those details.
We've had 6 design meetings, 40 public meetings, 2 or 3 public charrettes where the whole public could come in and provide input and insights on how they think the school should look. And I will tell you, it looks considerably different now because of all that. Very valuable insights by these people than the first design that came from the school. Has it been vetted? Absolutely has been vetted. Is it perfect? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. One of the things, quite honestly, that has bothered me is the impression that this argument has given that Sullivan's Island does not want to accept children from outside Sullivan's Island. For our children on Sullivan's Island and this school to get engaged with children who come from different racial, different socioeconomic backgrounds is a benefit not only to those children who are going to come to one of the best schools to the state, but our children. And you can read it in the newspaper. You guys don't want us coming over here. Absolutely not true.
I think a school is part of the community. For people to take that away from our community and our children, to be able to walk out on the beach, learn about where they live, or other children that are going to come to the school that don't live on Sullivan's Island or Isle of Palms, for them to have the opportunity is such a unique experience for them.
Hearing that they were going to be a little bit more diverse, smaller settings, that means that the teacher was able to meet my child's needs, a much more friendly environment. It's the reason why I chose Sullivan's Island. And my son is excited to go to school every morning. I've never seen somebody get up and rush to eat breakfast, rush to get dressed, and want to get to school.
My youngest child had kindergarten in the old school, and every other Friday they would go out to the beach and they would learn to write in the sand. That's pretty special. They'd look at the turtle nests and understand what that meant. It's part of respecting the environment, it's part about learning about the environment, and the salt and the sand just gets in your soul and it becomes part of you. The purpose of tonight is to engage, it's to inform, and also to talk a little bit about leadership.
At our school, I can say that teachers and parents and students understand that we have a philosophy that we're all working towards creating citizens, good citizens, well-rounded citizens for the future.
We're providing great opportunities for those kids, for those parents that want not just what they had, but they want the best. As a parent, I'm thrilled to have my child there. As a teacher, I feel so a part of something.
We're close. We're really close. But I promise you, there are people on this island working every bit as hard, if not harder, for some Lord knows reason to make sure the school doesn't get built. SIES is one of the best schools in the state, not just because the grade scores are so high, but because of the parent involvement and the commitment to excellence by the faculty and administration.
The level of commitment with the staff, with the faculty, with the parents is unmatched of any school I've ever seen, and it's an integral part of what makes Sullivan's Island Sullivan's Island.
We were really excited when we had the opportunity to enroll our children in the partial magnet status, so we get to be a part of a school that our kids can grow up beachfront and experience all the culture that our county has to offer.
What the district did in this case, which was absolutely correct, they took this fantastic location in a beach community where these kids can now walk 200 yards through a maritime forest, which is now going to be protected by the town, which originally was on the lease and controlled by the district, will now be protected by the town, through a maritime forest, so they can learn all about that, to walk to the ocean. And this is a partial magnet school, which means children from outside Sullivan's Island and Isle Palm and the immediate area will have the ability to go to Sullivan's Elementary School and gain just a fantastic, fantastic education.
I do not think it's going to be a vote between a big school and a small school. I think the people that signed that petition were misled or did not understand what they were signing. It's going to be a vote between a big school or no school. I'm Fleming Harris. I think it would be a disaster for that school not to be rebuilt. I approve the rebuilding of the school as it is designed 100%.
My name is Rashida Brown. My son is De'Eric Brown. I think it should be in the heart of Sullivan's Island and not in Mount Pleasant. If that's where it was originated at, it needs to be on Sullivan's Island.
My name is Matthew Asher. My kids are Patrick and Cullen Asher. There is no downside to having a good school located on a great island. I love that my kids go to that elementary school.
Hi, my name is Jen Smith. I have 4 children, and I am 100% supportive of the school being rebuilt in its original location on beachfront property.
Lauren Ziff, I have a daughter Nina in 1st grade and a daughter Ellie in 4th grade, and I fully support the rebuilding of the school on its current planned location on Front Beach.
I'm Michael Perkis, Mayor Pro Tem for the Town of Sullivan's Island Town Council, and I adamantly support the rebuilding of the Sullivan's Island Elementary School now and without further delay.
We believe in public education. We believe everyone has been heard. We believe the question of where, how many students, and how big have been answered. We believe it's time to rebuild Sullivan's Island Elementary School as promised.